Happy Feral Monday. I want to do these kind of sunset colors on my eye. I feel inspired. I have really been liking these NYX lid lingerie situations. I will say, I hope that they come out with more shades in the matte formula because they're on to something there. And I'm just going to get this all the way up to my brow bone. I know I'm going to swirl them together. Oh, that is so beautiful. I'm going to start with some mattes. Let's just start with this shade. I'm going to go ahead, well, friends, this is my first day doing a tutorial. I do need to smooth that out. And then whenever I know I want to keep things a little bit more controlled, and I don't really know what I want to do exactly with the look. I know the colors, but I don't really know the shape. I usually start with an E27. That way I can keep the colors a little bit more controlled. Ooh, that's going to be pretty. So I already kind of see a vision now. I start to see it all come together with that first shade I lay down. That's going to be fun. I'm very excited. There we go. Now, if you are new here, I'm so happy to have you. But on Feral Mondays, I want you to understand we have to trust the process. I just kind of get in here and I actually just start painting on my face. So while you might not like the finished look, and that's okay, makeup is art, art is subjective, I promise that there will be more rhyme and reason to what's going to happen here compared to what's going on right now. I thought that would be cool, but I think I'm just going to take it into here. I really just treat my face as a canvas, and that's just one of my favorite things in the whole wide world to do. See, this is the feralness that I'm talking about. I actually think I want to take a little bit of a white base, and what that's going to do is really enhance the color underneath. Anytime you have a pastel or a neon or something you just want extremely bright, use a white base. So I'm just going to take a little bit right there. Maybe I'll take it to the brow bone too. And then I'm going to take a bigger brush and grab this shade. And I'm going to place it right here. I'm taking a little bit of this color. I'm just going to press that on top. I think I want to carve out the crease a little bit. I love these colors. Nice. If you want to, you can stamp a little bit more over here too. I will say, I did take a E28 and I grabbed the neon and I just kind of made these make friends. I always like to do that. I'll lay down a color and then the color next to it or around it, I'll take it with a bigger brush and just a small amount and press that on top so it just kind of lays on top of one another, and I feel like it just becomes very seamless. Now before I carve out my crease, I kind of want to see which one I like. That's pretty. I feel like that does look very similar to this one. Let's see. I thought this would be fun to do in here. This one's got a more blue base. I kind of like the one without the blue base. Okay. This one's obviously just going to be very blue, which is very pretty, but I feel like I go blue very often. You don't need to stop me sometimes when it comes to that. This one's probably more of a purple blue. Actually it's more of a green blue. Very pretty. I think I like this one with the more yellow, which I might actually layer in a little bit extra of the yellow on top. I'm also trying to decide what color base I want to do this on. We have a lot to think about. Oh, it's Feral Monday. I can use this. I say that because on Feral Monday, I get to palette hop. I try to only use one palette and not use 5 different palettes in most of my tutorials. But on Feral Mondays, I could have carved this with some micellar water too, but I kind of wanted to see how these carve. I don't think I've done a cut crease with these color cases yet. And I'm using a yellow shade I thought would be kind of fun. And a C30. The C30 is delightful when it comes to precision. Even if you aren't someone that wants to do, and I'm just wiping it on Sheila, but if you're not someone that wants to do a cut crease every single day, if you need precision anywhere in your makeup routine, around your lips, maybe here, on blemishes, you'll really like our C30. fun. Now I'm just having fun with this one. Let's take our kind of orangey neon and put it underneath here. So that's painting. And then I'm going to take this bigger brush and that same shade, but just a whisper of it. And we'll go ahead and put it up here too. Now let's swirl all these together. That's going to go on our lid space here. And I knew that it was going to go on more transparent, so I thought the yellow would be cool underneath it. That's delightful. But then I also, remember I said I wanted to come over here to this more just golden shade? Maybe just add a little extra of that in here. And then a little bit of the dark blue just at the lash line. I don't want it to creep up too much. In fact, I'm going to switch to E25, same shade, and then I can just throw it over here too. This brush is just going to keep everything really close to the lash line. Final touch, well, we're going to do mascara and lashes. But remember the neon shade, I'm just going to take it a little bit over this way. Just kind of melt it in everywhere. Now with all of this sassy work, I'm absolutely not running the risk of getting mascara on this beautiful eyeshadow. So I'm going to use the E25 just to get this really close to my lash line. I'm going to do falsies, but it still helps to get the lash line, and especially the base of the lashes. If you're wanting to do falsies, it makes such a difference if you can get a lot of mascara really close and tight in the root. Lily Lashes Self-Adhesive Lashes. This is the style Rule Breaker. I thought they'd be really nice with this, since they're not going to overtake, but they've got some really nice floof about them. So I want to hide the lash band a little bit more, so I have some of that blue shadow. Remember the one that I kind of fluffed? Oh, look how cool that is. Just over here. So I'm just going to tap it on here a little bit more. Just going to fill in some gaps. That blue has enough depth to fill in gaps. Let's do a little underpaint. I don't want to put a ton of foundation on. Whenever I do my more wild eyes, I like kind of a little bit of the skin to peek out. So I'm going to use this tan sculpt from Hung Van Gogh. This is shade Intentional. Yes, just double checking that. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned I'm doing an underpaint. I get too excited. I probably did, but then I forget what I've said. Just warming up the nose. This is too warm to technically be a contour, but it's going to be nice and warm once I put foundation on top. I feel like I need to whisper this because it's a little sneaky. So where I'm at, I do have a little bit of blue underneath my eyes, and even if yours are a little bit darker, take a whisper of your cream liquid bronzer. Now I am going to put foundation on top or concealer on top of this, but just that little bit is going to act like a corrector because of the orange and the peach. It's cool, right? But don't be afraid, this is going to be a mousse foundation, but it's not the mousse that some of us might remember. I actually love this one when I'm trying to do a little less glam. I'm going to show you why. It's so fluffy in texture. It's so delightful, my friends. It also, you can see, blends out to a better shade for me. I know it looked a little yellow. I know my friends here have a trained eye now. I am going to do concealer still, so hang on for that. But I feel like this is just a nice blur without having to put on a whole bunch. And then I'll go on top of that. Isn't that so pretty, the blur? I love it so much. It's not the Maybelline mousse some of us remember. I'm also going to take a little bit of our mousse here on a fluffy brush, E29, and then just melt it over these edges here. That looks so fun. It's one of my favorite things to do when it comes to makeup. It's kind of melt the edges with something not really full coverage. You're kind of just putting your skin tone and undertone. into the shadow very, very lightly, and it just melts it into the skin. See this difference? I just still think, I do this, I've been doing, I don't even know how long I've been doing all this jazz, and it still just blows my mind. And since I use that bronzer, I can go a little bit lighter with my concealer because we have a little bit of balance before we brighten. Still one of my favorite formulas. This one is just a little bit too light for me if I don't do this technique. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. It's the shade 2.5C. This is the Urban Decay Ghost Powder, the newest launch, but this is the shade Medium Deep. Let me just double check it. Yeah. But it's a translucent medium deep, so I actually love to use this one as a blur bronzer. And again, I try not to get too wild on my regular days with using a ton of products, but it's fun to do on Feral Monday. I'm actually having a blast. Fluffy brush. And let's finish our neon underneath here a little bit. I'm feeling blushy. This is the Made by Mitchell Curve Case Matte. It's scrumptious. So then I'm just going to apply it right here. And I'm going to build it up. Slow build. Then we're going to go back in this shade. My kitty cat's screaming, so you might hear him. I don't know if you heard that. Don't worry, he's not unattended. His granny's down there. And then let's tie everything back in with this shade for some definition. Just wanted a little peekaboo of that light blue. Now I'm going to set, but I'm going to set with the C44. I don't need quite as much powder today since we had a mousse on. Oh, that's nice. We still got some nice targeted detail, if you will. That's what this brush is. It's the C44 targeted detail brush. Oh, that's nice. Take a little in there. Melty, melty. Out of here, I'm taking some of that neon shade. I'm going to make it my blush too. Kind of want it to feel like there's light all within here. Kind of this lit within, lit from within. Some days words are hard for me. Who are we kidding? They're hard for me every day. A little bit of some inner corner highlight. It's for a nice twinkle. Again, I will not have mascara betray me, so we're going to do this with our E25. No more clunky mascara wands. Myra Cosmetics lip stain. Oh, this is pretty. This is the shade Blush Beige. And then I'll figure out a lip liner. Wow, this is a really pretty color. We're doing Buxom lip liner. The shade is Abstract Rose. I love these lip liners. They're really nice shades. And they last a long time too. I love the way that this lip looks. I will say once it dries down, because it is going to dry down, it goes on very wet, and once it dries, it does not move. I feel like it almost looks like a petal, and it goes with the makeup really nicely. Love these. I know I love this formula, but I hadn't used this shade, and I think I'm going to put this shade very close to me. All right, my friends, this is our finished look. I had a lot of fun. Feral Monday's always fun for me. I want to do another kind of classic smoky blue eye situation here. It calls to me. I hope that y'all enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed painting it. Thank you for being here. I know I say that a lot, but these are long tutorials and they can get kind of boring, so you sitting through them means a lot to me. I love you. Until the next video, bye for now.